But we're talking about a guy where these guys are saying that he's the GOAT, the greatest of all
He was
time.
not the greatest at age
Can
26.
Let
Let's
my
point
guy
that out.
finish.
Hey,
You
Tiffany, can I
No,
finish?
no
got to
Hold
go
weakness.
to
on,
age
Let him
my
finish.
26.
bad,
Let him
B.
finish.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
So look, greatest of all time. So when you look at everything, you know these guys always like to say stuff like, "Oh, look, Jordan never won without Scottie Pippen," all that stuff. If we get to that topic, we would slander that topic, but we're not going to talk about
No,
that.
you won't. No, you won't. I
But
guarantee
Hold on,
you
let him
won't.
finish. Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish.
but we talking about a guy who was I don't care how old he was. He was a two-time MVP, and it was what his ninth year in the NBA, ninth year in the NBA or eighth, probably his eighth in the
It was 8 years.
NBA. When it's your moment, you have to step up and succeed in that moment. And LeBron didn't do that in the
A few moments later.
Brandon, but wait. If that's the case, gentlemen, because this is what you guys love to do, because you swear Jordan never had that moment. 1989, Game 5. Jordan took 8 shots, was very passive, very non-aggressive, and his team lost due to it. So, if you are going to hold Kobe and LeBron to a standard, you need to do it to your boy, because when he was supposed to be the GOAT and winning championships and they were calling him the GOAT then, LeBron wasn't called the GOAT in 2011, your boy was choking 3 straight years in a row versus the same team, same defense.
Question: What year was Jordan in 1988, 1989?
he's joining 84. It was his 5th year.
Okay, so his 5th year, we're judging him off of something when LeBron was in his 8th year. Is that really the same? Are we really doing that right now?
No. But what's the difference? Wait. That doesn't make no sense.
sense.
That don't make no sense. You guys keep using your expectations on players. No matter what you say, Jordan in his 5th NBA season. Jordan was called the GOAT in 1989. Jordan's 5th NBA season is not he's not supposed to win. When Magic won in his 1st year, when Bird won in his 2nd year, when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won in his 2nd year, when Bill Russell won in his 1st year, all of these guys who were in the GOAT debate prior to Michael Jordan all won championships before 5 years. So don't use that excuse for Jordan, because Jordan was losing. He was losing so bad, they were putting it on Sports Illustrated covers to describe to you how bad Jordan was underperforming when it was time for his team to win. These are the facts.
He ain't lying.
So in 1989, what game are you talking about?
What the fuck is this? I don't know.
I said 1989 2nd round versus the Detroit Pistons, where he played in a Game 5 where he only took up 8 shots in the entire game. In fact, he didn't even take a shot for the last 10 minutes of the 4th quarter, and it was completely passive. I think he took 2 shots the whole second half. And he had like 8. He had like 8. Wait. No. He had 18 points in that game after giving them a dud the game before. And the reason he did it in Game 5 was because in Game 4 he gave them a dud with 23 points, and the media was eating Jordan alive, and he blamed his teammates and said that they didn't help him because he had a sore hamstring. And then he blamed them. Then he said, if that's the case, you guys really think my team could win without me, I'm going to just pass the ball the next game. And he literally cost his team the series. It was a crucial Game 5. The Bulls were tied 2-2 versus the Detroit Pistons, and Michael Jordan had a temper tantrum in the middle of the playoffs. But because you probably weren't even born yet, you know nothing of this.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
I watch every playoff.
You don't have
basketball by Detroit.
you don't have 1989 playoffs. You don't have 1989 playoffs. You don't have the 1989 playoffs. These are lies that you Zesty Jeffries say. These are lies. You did not see 1989 playoffs. Stop it.
Okay, hold on.
LeBron James doesn't have 5 losing seasons on his resume. That happened with Jordan. In fact, no one in the GOAT debate has 5 losing seasons on their resume besides Michael Jordan.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Michael Jordan in 1988 lost to a team. He lost to a team that had no All-NBA player, no All-Defensive player on their roster. That never happened to LeBron James. LeBron James never lost to a team like that. Jordan was not only the league MVP, He was all NBA first team, all defensive first team. He was the scoring champ. He was the steals champ, the fake steals champ. He was defensive player of the year, the fake defensive player of the year. He was also the all-star starter and MVP of the All-Star game. So the hype for Jordan and the Bulls, who had won 50 games that year, the Bulls hadn't won 50 games in almost a decade, if I'm correct. I think the last time they won it was like 79 or 80, something like that. The Bulls were on a rise. Michael Jordan gave the Bulls 3 straight dud games to lose that series 4-1 to a team with no All-NBA player, with no All-Defensive player on their roster, with 1 All-Star, and only 1 20-point per game scorer. Jordan completely choked against that team. That's fine. That's Jordan in his 4th year. Like these guys say, we can't expect Jordan to do anything in his 4th year. Well, let's go to next year, where they gave Jordan the reins to the team. He lost more games the next year when they gave him the ball and said, here, do what you got to do. He blows up in the first 2 rounds. He goes up against the Detroit Pistons again and does the same nonsense, where he goes up 2-1 versus Detroit Pistons, and then in the game 4, he gives them a dud, and then in game 5, he does the temper tantrum, and then in game 6, he takes 26 shots to score 32 points, and mind you, he don't do nothing in the 4th quarter, and Isaiah Thomas goes off for 17 points and dominates the game. Then we say, okay, you know what? Let's give Jordan another year. This is his time. This is his chance. A game 7. All he has to do is win this game here. His NBA Finals shot is there. The thing that they think that all Jordan has to do is just get to the finals, and he's going to win it. Game 7 versus Detroit Pistons. What did he do? He coughed that up as well. They lost by 20 because he never knew how to get his teammates involved, and Scottie Pippen was not healthy that game, so the team did not play well, and Michael Jordan sat there and scored 31 points on 27 shots, while the Bulls lost by 20 points. So that's 3 straight years in a row that Michael Jordan coughed up his team a chance to win the NBA title because he was not good enough to do such.
He ain't lying.
But he's going to get a pass because we're going to hear all the excuses, and we're going to hear about how great the Detroit Pistons were, when in reality, the Detroit Pistons was not as good as the Dallas Mavericks, nor were they good as the San Antonio Spurs of 2007 or the Warriors of 2015, the teams that these guys love to mention that LeBron had to face. Not to mention, LeBron had to go up against zone defenses. Jordan didn't. It was one-on-one. Joe Dumars is 6'1". Don't tell me about Joe Dumars' defense. But those are the years that Jordan... Hand checking is not stopping nobody. That's not going to do anything.
Hold on, 1 second, don't worry.
All those highlights of Michael Jordan in Detroit, I don't see not one hand checking footage of Michael Jordan being pushed away and he can't get to his spots. Michael Jordan just was not good enough to beat the Detroit Pistons because he didn't know how to play team basketball. That was their game plan. They told you that. They said that we knew exactly how to beat the Bulls because we never had to worry about Jordan passing, because Jordan was reluctant to pass. So we made Jordan take all those bad shots like he was normally going to take, and he lost that series. And everybody's going to blame Scottie Pippen and everybody else. And like I always told y'all, if Scottie Pippen is the reason why the Bulls lose, he's the reason why the Bulls win. So be careful when you mention Scottie Pippen in this conversation.
Dave, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, though.
Look, I'm not one of those people that say that Jordan has never failed. We know Jordan did not get past the first round and multiple series in the first part of his career. We understand that. We only talk about what happens after he gets over that hump.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
And that's the thing. That's what counts. What counts is what happens afterwards.
Excuses. If you let excuses run your life, you'll never really live your best life.
Now, when it comes to Jordan losing, I mean, look, he lost to some of the best teams. And if you look at the teams he lost to, all the teams he lost to went on to win championships. Now, when he went up against the bad boy Pistons, they had Jordan rules. They did whatever they could to make sure Jordan was not allowed to get into the paint because they know that Jordan was the best paint finisher in the game. He was one of the best mid-range shooters. So they made sure whenever he got in the air, they got him down. So that's how that happened. But we don't say that, we don't give Jordan excuses for losing those series.
3 heart operations. You suffered 2 cardiac arrests. You died twice on the operating table. You had a stroke, and you were diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor and given 4 months to live. Correct.
It's pretty comical every time we bring up Jordan not winning or losing. You know, We count it. Yeah, we just look at what he did when he got to the top. But all you guys do is talk about when LeBron fell before he started winning.
He ain't lying.
Like, if LeBron James plays someone in the playoff multiple times and he never won a game versus them, we would not. They will bring that up every time his name is mentioned. If LeBron James plays someone in the playoffs 3 straight times in a row and couldn't beat them, they will bring that up every chance that they get. But when Jordan do it, it's different.
He ain't lying.
But this thing with Jordan is just this media thing that is bizarre. Even when he came back for those 17 games, they gave him MVP votes. They gave him all NBA votes. It is literally ridiculous how we fantasize, well, how you guys fantasize about Michael Jordan. And then when LeBron James lose in 2011, we just can't say, okay, he lost. But when Jordan lose 5 straight years to 2 players, well, he had to get over the hump. Like, we realized he lost, and that's that. But 2011 is the worst thing possible. And if you're supposed to be the GOAT, you cannot lose. But when Michael Jordan's supposed to be the GOAT, he can lose until he don't lose. He won 6 straight, even though he didn't win 6 straight. He won 6 in a row, even though he lost in between. He won 6, even though he played 15 years. He never lost.
He ain't lying.
Like, it's fine to say Michael Jordan is great. Michael Jordan was a great winner, but it's not okay to say that about LeBron, even though he is a great winner. He is one of the greatest winners we have ever seen. It's documented. It's facts. He's one of the greatest winners we've ever seen. There's nothing that we could say about LeBron not being a great winner other than you say, well, he lost 6 times in the finals. Like, that's better to lose earlier because it's LeBron James. Simple as that.
Okay, so are you going to accept that Jordan did that for 3 years in a row? Yes or no?
What, lose to the Pistons?
The same exact thing that you said LeBron James did in 2011.
Go ahead.
Jordan did that 3 years in a row. He wasn't himself. He was non-aggressive. He was not performing the way he's normally expected to perform. In fact, he was not doing exactly what the game plan was intended for him to do those 3 straight years. So are you also going to hold Jordan to the same standards you're holding to LeBron James in 2011's bad performance in a loss?
Jordan wasn't aggressive in those 3 years in a row?
Is that what you think? That's exactly. It doesn't matter what you think.
No, he was not.
I'm not adopting your language. I'm not respecting your preferences because you don't own reality.
Act like that's not a failure.
That
That is a failure. No. That is the same failure as LeBron. You're not holding him to the same standards you're holding.
Because
they would not accept Jordan.
Exactly. But but they get mad at us. They would say that we can't. But we can't say LeBron didn't underachieve or LeBron didn't fail in 2011, but they want us to accept that they can't accept that. That's what I'm saying. It's a double standard. It's a double standard.
LeBron James did play well for 2 games, for 2 damn games in the whole playoffs. And
Jordan failed so bad. Jordan failed so bad they changed league rules. That's how bad Jordan failed. They changed the rules in the NBA. That's how bad Jordan was failing. Come on, man.
That they made up lies. They made up lies saying Detroit Pistons was the first team to have a defensive strategy in the NBA. They had to write books about it. They had to write books about it.
As if Dallas didn't have a strategy.
Actually played defense. There's throughout history, all they did was jump ball and ran up and down the court.
They had to
actually play defense and they had to write books about it.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
We'll let them get the last word. But again, y'all, remember, we're supposed to have the GOAT conversation. We're spending a whole hour talking about failures, not greatness. Because at the end of the day, Jordan is not great enough. So they have to pretend Jordan didn't fail so that we can have this kind of a GOAT debate. Go ahead, gentlemen. No. Fail like LeBron. He has to fail like LeBron. You have to attach that like you do it to LeBron. He underachieved. He underperformed. He was not aggressive. He completely failed his team. It was Jordan's fault.
He got blown out in Game 7. Come on now, blown out in Game 7.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
He ain't lying.